Top 10 Fantasy Korean Dramas of 2022. Number 10. The Sound of Magic. The story revolves around Yoon Na-hee, a young high school girl whose life seems to be a series of unfortunate events, her academic rival and classmate Na Yul-dong, and a mysterious magician who lives in an abandoned amusement park who goes by the name of Ryul. It tells the story of Yoon-a who lost her dream and is living in difficult circumstances. She meets the mysterious magician and gradually starts to want to realize her dream. Meanwhile, her classmate Na Yul-dong regularly competes with her to receive the top grade, but they begin to have feelings for each other. Before we proceed to the next drama on this list, please subscribe to this channel for more such videos on drama recommendations from different genres, and please click the bell icon to be notified. Number 9. Jinxed at First. Jinxed at First is a fantasy romance drama that takes place when Seolbi, who has the mysterious ability to see the future of the person she touches, meets So-kyung, an unlucky man whose life has changed completely. Gang So-kwang is an unlucky man, and because of this people try to avoid him, but his life wasn't always like that. One time he had a bright future, but his life changed completely after he met Seolbi. Lee Seolbi comes from a blood lineage of women who can see someone's future just by touch. She and her mother have been kept in captivity by a CEO who uses their special ability. With the help of her mother, Seolbi manages to escape the CEO's house, and then she heads up to meet So-kwang again. The story will showcase how their fates are intertwined and how they are able to grow close and develop a special romance. Number 8. Good Job. This fantasy rom-com is about a woman who has supervision and a man who is the CEO of a big company and is secretly investigating the case of his mother's death. Our male lead, Yoon So-nyo, is living two lives. One is the CEO of a company that comes from a rich family, and another is the life of a detective who is investigating the case of his mother's death. While our female lead, Dawn-sera, is a cheerful person who was born with supervision. In order to hide her powers, Dawn-sera goes around wearing a thick pair of glasses to secretly use her ability. She meets Yoon So-nyo while working, and their love story begins to unfold. Number 7. May I Help You? May I Help You is a fantasy romantic comedy drama that follows the story of funeral director Baek Dong-ju, who works to grant the wishes of the dead, and butler Kim, who runs a cheap errand service. Baek Dong-ju, who works as a funeral director, possesses the special ability which allows her to see and talk to dead people. The dead people ask Baek Dong-ju to grant their last wish. If she does not grant their wishes, her day becomes filled with bad luck. She then meets Kim Tae-hee, who runs an errand company with his uncle, which goes by the name of A Dime A Job. It provides service for pretty much anything clients ask for. We can see a heartwarming romance start to blossom between them. Filled with drama, love, fantasy, the show has everything going on for it. Number 6. Ghost Doctor. The plot revolves around two contrasting characters who happen to be doctors. They have completely different medical skills as well as personalities. Cha Young-min is a genius doctor with excellent skills and surgery, but he is arrogant and selfish. While Go Seong-tuk, a first-year resident, is kind, but he lacks the confidence to physically take on emergencies, even though he can cite textbook diagnoses with ease. He's also the grandson of the chairman of the hospital. One day, when Yeonmin gets involved in an accident and falls into a coma, his spirit possesses the body of Seon-tuk. which results in a merging of their skills and personalities. Number 5. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is a drama based on a webtoon of the same name and follows the story of Choi Joon-gon, who is a job seeker but often gets rejections. One night, he witnesses a man trying to jump off a bridge and tries to save him. During the altercation, he meets Grim Reapers Go Ryun and Lim Ryung-go, who belong to crisis management team with a mission to save people who are just on the edge of giving up on their lives. Joon-young ends up in a coma while trying to save the man. After he becomes a half-human, half-spirit, he is employed by a company of Grim Reapers as the newest member of the crisis management team. Number 4. Reborn Rich. The series tells the story of Yoon Hyun-woo, a loyal employee working for the Sun-young group who was betrayed and murdered by a member of the Sun-young family. Hyun-woo wakes up in 1980s and discovers that he has been reincarnated into the body of Jin Do-jun, youngest grandson of the Sun-young family. Living his new life, he decides to get revenge upon the family that once killed him and take over the family business of the Sun-young group. Number 3. All of Us Are Dead. It's a thrilling zombie drama, but it's also about the lives of high schoolers. The series mostly takes place at a high school in South Korea as a zombie apocalypse suddenly breaks out and threatens the safety of the students. The infected quickly turn into human-eating zombies. A group of students are trapped in a high school and they find themselves in dire situations as they seek to be rescued from the zombie invasion of their school. They must now fight for their lives while they look for a way out. Meanwhile, the Korean military work to isolate the outbreak and protect the country from an even larger outbreak. Number 2. The Golden Spoon. This South Korean fantasy series tells the story of Lee Seong-chun, who comes from an extremely poor family. One day, he meets an old woman who offers him a magical golden spoon. The old lady tells him that if he uses this spoon at a rich friend's house 3 times, their parents will switch. Lee Seong-chun buys the gold spoon from the old woman and eats 3 times at his rich friend Hwang Tae-young's house, whose father runs a large company. Soon, Seong-chun's life changes. Will Seong-chun live a happy life at his new rich parents' house, or will he want to come back to his original parents? Number 1. Alchemy of Souls. The story is set deep in the fictional country of Daegu. The series is about the love and growth of young mages as they overcome their twisted fates due to a forbidden magic spell known as the Alchemy of Souls, which allows souls to switch bodies. Jang-wook comes from a noble family with a complicated secret surrounding his birth, which led to him being outcast and unable to use magic. He meets Moodok, who is actually Naksu, a skilled assassin whose soul has been trapped in a weak body. When he finds out about Moodok's true identity, he enlists her help to change his destiny. It has a little bit of everything with history, fantasy, action, romance, heart, and humor. And it is a fun and thrilling ride from start to finish. Which fantasy drama from 2022 did you like the most? Please let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, then please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.